If your leg is numb, your foot tingles, or you feel weird nerve pain or tightness, but your back feels totally fine, you're not crazy and you're not alone. This could be a hidden form of spinal stenosis, and most people have no idea it exists. The real danger, by the time it shows up in your back, it might already be too late. Hi, I'm Dr. John Zalonka, a neurofunctional chiropractor in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and past director of rehabilitation at the Sports Science Center. In this video, I'll show you exactly what's going on with spinal stenosis, why leg pain happens without any back pain at all, and the big mistake that keeps people stuck in pain for years. Plus, I'll walk you through a powerful research-backed treatment that helps over 90% of people avoid nerve damage and avoid surgery. Let's start here. Spinal stenosis means narrowing of the spaces in your spine, usually in the lower back. That narrowing puts pressure on either your spinal cord or your nerves. But here's the twist. It doesn't always cause back pain. In fact, one of the most common signs is numbness or tingling that starts in your leg or foot while your back feels completely fine. Think of your nerves like electrical wires running through a tight tube. If that tube gets too narrow, the wires get compressed and the signal gets weak at the far end. That's why your symptoms show up in your legs, your calves, or even your toes, even if the lower back isn't hurting at all. And here's what most people don't talk about. When this type of spinal stenosis goes untreated, it doesn't just cause numbness, it slowly steals your ability to move. You start noticing that walking to the mailbox feels harder than it should. Grocery shopping becomes a chore. Standing in line makes your legs ache or go numb. You find yourself needing to sit more often, leaning forward just a little to get relief, especially on that shopping cart, and before you know it, your life starts shrinking. You're avoiding walks and turning down activities not because you want to, but because your body simply can't keep up. And the scariest part, for many people, this creeps in without warning because the back never hurt. But that's just the beginning. There are actually two types of spinal stenosis. There's central canal stenosis, which compresses the actual spinal cord in the middle of the spine. So that would be the opening in what we call the spinal canal. That's where the spinal cord itself actually is, and that's what narrows. There's also foraminal stenosis, which affects the nerves exiting the spine. So the openings you see here are called the foramen. Foraminal stenosis, you're compressing the nerves as they exit that opening. The central type is the one most likely to cause leg symptom without back pain, and it's often missed in its early stages. Let me tell you about a patient we'll call Stephen. Stephen had numbness in both legs, tightness in his calves, and couldn't walk more than 5 minutes without stopping to rest. But he had zero back pain, so his doctors told him it must be just circulation or mild neuropathy. He was stuck, misdiagnosed, and losing hope. And like many people, he made one critical mistake. Here's a mistake. People chase symptoms, not the source. They try to fix their foot, stretch their hamstring, ice their leg, while the real problem is happening deep inside their spine. And by the time it shows up on an MRI or causes back pain, the nerves might already be damaged. That's why we use something called non-surgical robotic laser spinal decompression. Here's how it works and why it's so effective. The spinal decompression part is where we start. It's a specialized treatment that uses a precisely controlled computer-guided system to gently decompress the spine and reduce pressure inside the spinal canal. In fact, the key is that it actually produces negative pressure inside the disc. Think of it like unkinking a garden hose. When pressure is released, blood flow increases, inflammation goes down, and space opens up around those compressed nerves. That's crucial for central canal stenosis, where nerves are being crowded in a tight column with nowhere to go. Then comes the Class 4 laser therapy, a high-intensity therapeutic laser that penetrates deep into the soft tissue and nerve structures. It stimulates cellular repair, boosts circulation, and significantly reduces inflammation around those irritated nerve roots and the spinal cord itself. That's key because inflammation is what keeps the nerves hypersensitive and keeps symptoms like numbness and tingling alive even when decompression starts. But the real results happen when both therapies are used at the exact same time, what we call non-surgical robotic laser spinal decompression. While the spine is being gently decompressed and the nerve roots are physically unpinched, the Class 4 laser is working simultaneously to calm the inflammation, relax the muscles, and accelerate healing at the cellular level. And here's what makes this even more remarkable. There are only 12 clinics in the world that offer this advanced treatment, and we have the only one in the entire Ottawa, Ontario region. That's why our patients come from all over, whether it's a 10-hour drive or flying in, because this isn't just another therapy. It's a cutting-edge, non-surgical approach that's changing lives. And remember our patient Stephen? After years of frustration, pills, and multiple wrong diagnoses, we use non-surgical robotic laser spinal decompression as the cornerstone of his care plan. Within weeks, his leg numbness reduced significantly. He was walking longer distances. He got back to daily activities without the constant fear of collapse or nerve flare-ups. Most importantly, his quality of life came back and he avoided surgery. That's the power of treating the root cause the right way at the right time. And Stephen's story isn't rare. We've seen the same transformation in so many patients, people who were told they just have to live with it, or worse, that surgery was their only option. But they got better. Not overnight, not with a miracle, but with the right treatment at the right time, targeting the real cause of the problem. Here's the good news. You're not stuck. You're not out of options. Most people dealing with spinal stenosis just haven't been given the full roadmap, or they've been told it's just part of getting older. But that's not the full story. With the right approach, you can relieve the pressure on your nerves, restore function, and finally get back to walking, moving, and living without the fear of surgery hanging over your head. And it all starts by recognizing the signs early and knowing what to do about them. If you've been dealing with leg numbness, nerve pain, or that strange tightness that just won't go away, even though your back feels fine for now, you know there's a real reason behind it. It could be spinal stenosis, and the truth is you might still have time to turn it around without surgery. The earlier you act, the better your chances are of getting relief, protecting your nerves, and getting back to the life you want. If this video helped you understand your symptoms better or gave you a new perspective about spinal stenosis, go ahead and like and share it with someone else who needs to hear this. And I'd love to hear from you. Please drop a comment below and let me know. What treatments have you tried for your leg pain or spinal stenosis? What worked? What didn't work? Your story might help someone else make the right next step. It could help more than you know. And if you want to keep learning how to relieve pain, protect your spine, and avoid unnecessary surgery, please hit the subscribe button for more real practical solutions that actually help. The next video you need to watch is this one, 7-step lumbar spinal stenosis treatment without surgery, where I walk you through all the steps needed for real recovery, including non-surgical robotic laser spinal decompression. Please click it now so you don't miss out.